Good afternoon. So, person I picked was David Marsh. After watching all of them, just for what he gave up to become the head coach and try to redesign something was pretty interesting to me. Um, Being someone that was at a major Division I college for 17 years and really built that team into the national standard, I would say, you know, 12 championships in 17 years for him to leave Auburn and to go to Charlotte, which, if you've ever been to Charlotte, they like to claim they're a big city, but you really feel like it's a small town city there. Lived there around that area for a while. Um, for them to leave, or him to leave and go take over a program, there had to be a lot behind it. And the other thing I really stood out to me is that in sports today, you hear the idea of making your objective as the ultimate goal, a state title, the Olympics, winning, the idea of the goal is to win. Um, you don't hear that a lot. The idea of the participation trophy is big now, and his number one objective, and he even says, you don't have to like it, but that's what we're going to do. Is his standard for his team elite is the Olympic champion to get to the Olympics. The goal for his elite team is the Olympics, and I like that. I think you got to have, if you're going to be an elite team, you can't have just a standard goal. You got to have, the sky needs to be limit. And I think he really does that with having the Olympics as the goal. With that being said, that's his team elite. How does that team elite translate into his other programs that he has there? Because you have 8-year-olds. That's where the age limit to sign up there is 8-year-olds, and he's got people coming from all over the world to swim there, and I can only imagine some of the egos he has to deal with and get them to buy into that, how to develop that whole team. The other objective is, teaching his guys to be role models. Just because, the team elite really has impact. You can see it. It's a small video, really small video, but you can see it in the way they interact with everybody on there. One of the guys talks about, we're all friends, but when we're on the block, we become enemies. And, in a game of swimming, you could be swimming against one of your teammates. And that's so true about, we're all friends now, but later on we become enemies. And I think that's built through the objective of the Olympic standard, the objective of being the best that they can be. The next one that goes into play is that team culture. A lot of people don't think team culture is an objective. I think some people think team culture is just something you strive for. We've got to build our team culture. But I think if you look at winning programs, team culture always has to be an objective. A program that has team culture built within, they always will seem to get better. I had a program, and when I took over, they were a school that were 10 years. They opened up 10 years prior, and they had 9 losing seasons. The first year was their first winning season. So I had to rebuild the team culture, and that was one of my main objectives. And I used the idea, you hear me say a lot, the family, forget about me, I love you. And I kind of feel that what he says is, the team culture of the guys that come in for the, they want to make it to the Olympics, how do they contribute to the overall team and the overall team concept? And it seems to be working great. He's considered one of the top programs in the nation. I did some searching on Google about it afterwards, just because it was such a small video. I wanted to hear some more. And it's the team, it's the destination. If you got a kid that you think is going to be an Olympic swimmer, he's going to probably be there at some point, getting some lessons from Coach Marsh. So I think those are the 3 big objectives: the standard of the Olympics, the high standard, the standard of expectation of being a role model, and then the standard of contributing to the team. So again, my name is John Glaser, and this is the week 2 presentation. Thank you. Have a good night or a good day.